Hello, gorgeous soul. How are you doing? Are you surviving? Are you strong? Have you been able to deal with the intense emotional issues that full moon eclipse brought up last week? And the Saturn-Pluto conjunction, so full on. Well, I have to say, on Monday, the Sun, Ceres, Saturn, yeah, I know, we all need one of them licks, is also going to be conjunct. But the Sun is very optimistic, and Ceres is the Earth Mother. So, fingers crossed, it will give us a bump and a boost and the confidence and the self-love to go to the next phase. We also have Venus in Pisces. I love Venus in Pisces. In fact, I've got Venus in Pisces in my chart, so I'm looking forward to that. It gives us empathy, it gives us compassion. And then Mercury, the planet of communication, is going into objective Aquarius. It's a big shift in the way we communicate and the way we love. Here's your weekly astrology. Cancer. Wow. How was it for you last week? I would imagine it was pretty intense. For some of you, it would have been intense. Fabulous! But there was a journey on that. There was a journey with this full moon eclipse because it revealed something to you, the inner core of your being. Perhaps you intuited something and it was true. Perhaps it was a very emotional time. But you are through that now and it is onwards. I'm not dismissing it because it was probably massive because of that Saturn and Pluto shenanigans. So there may have been something that you had to confront and deal with, which was quite tough. And you were like, oh, you know, it was definitely a journey. But right now, it's a, fingers crossed, more pleasant journey. And a lot of the energy that has been around for you has been based on your partnerships, your romantic relationships, and generally how balanced you feel, how emotionally balanced you feel. And, you know, how balanced do you feel? Right now is an opportunity to really transform your partnerships, your romantic relationships, and bring more beauty into your heart. And actually, you might decide that you want to do something, you want to create something that brings beauty into the world. Or you might be dealing with beauty in some way. I'm not talking about superficial beauty, although it might be that as well. I'm talking about, you know, in your heart, feeling that balance. So it's very powerful stuff, and the Sun is encouraging you and giving you the confidence to take the next step. Now with Venus, the planet of love, going into your adventurous space, you're opening up. You don't want the same old when it comes to partnerships and relationships and intimate situations. You want to explore. You want excitement. You want freedom when it comes to your relationships. You know, sometimes we can get involved in relationships and through insecurity we can get into patterns where we stop ourselves being free, or we stop seeing our friends, or this, that and the other. Now is the time for you to open up again and to explore. If you're single, you might find yourself falling in love with someone unusual, different in some way, or from a different culture, or even a different country. We then have Mercury, the planet of communication, taking you into a dive into the underworld, into exploring really deep topics like life, death, rebirth, sexuality, secrets, and power. But it does give you the opportunity to speak from a place of power, to understand other people's motivations and not be hoodwinked in any way. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. If you want to check out your written monthly, weekly, yearly astrology, pop over to my website, micheleknight.com. I'm not doing readings at the moment, but I do have a company of some of the best psychics and astrologers in the world. I've had the company for 20 years. I handpick them and they are fabulous. So I'm going to start to show you, starting now, their little videos on here.
My name is Elizabeth. I'm a psychic clairvoyant. I do pick up on voice vibrations very quickly. I'll pick up on the person's energy. It will often be like, I describe it as a silent whispering. When I get very strong messages coming through, it will be a flash of an image, which is very clear. It will be like a film, and it will run in front of me. The purpose of a reading, I feel, is very much to inspire people and to empower people and to pass messages on that are uplifting people. If you can help change that person's pathway or mindset so that when they call back, they're feeling much happier, that's very inspiring for me. And then when they phone back and say, oh, you were right. And that's wonderful then, because you're building that rapport. People phone up and seem quite shocked that I can give them information. And I say to them, well, you're phoning a Michele Knight line and we are the best.